For those of you who don't cover movies, January, and occasionally February, is considered a dump month where a lot of studios release the movies that they don't think too highly of and won't give that big of a promotional push, especially as it coincides with award season, and thus, that's where the thrust of the main promotion will go. This has led to a reputation of January being the month of bad movies, and I have kind of the opposite opinion of that. In fact, I often look forward to seeing what's on offer during the month of January. Now, January is often considered a dump month in terms of quality by a lot of the movie press, and mostly the American movie press. This is because they've already seen the big awards movies at screenings, festivals, and usually in big cities like New York and Los Angeles, where those films have their qualifying runs for awards. And so in January, there's not a lot of big important new releases to talk about, but if you're based in places that aren't cities, or just America in general, it's when the big awards movies come out, like in the UK. In 2014, Scott Mendelson wrote about this in Forbes, saying, "Yeah, I would argue that such a thing only proves true for those who happen to live in Los Angeles, New York, or other major cities. For those who live in what is sometimes insultingly termed flyover country, January is in fact a deluge of high-quality movies, thanks to a mix of new releases, which, yes, are often very terrible, Oscar bait finally reaching true wide release, and some of the best films of the prior year that never made it to your town finally dropping on VOD or DVD. January is a bastion of cinematic riches. For us regular folk, January is when we get all the big Oscar films along with the deluge of new releases of varying quality. Now the types of new releases that aren't awards movie are of a certain caliber, often certain genres like comedy, horror, and the occasional action movie. Notable examples of these January movies are The Bye-Bye Man, The Spy Next Door, and Book of Eli. Now the silent theory of why these films are dumped in this month is sometimes due to quality, but I also believe it sometimes has to do with that some movies are hard to market. Sometimes they're a bit out there for the summer movie season, or is not as prestigey for award season. For example, films like Joel Carnahan's meditative wilderness survival movie The Grey was released in January, and that's a great movie. So are both Den of Thieves movies, and those were pretty good. Me and Christian Petzold agree. Bad Boys for Life was 2020's highest grossing film at the US box office that year, but there's a big asterisk there, but still. This current January, at the time of writing and recording, has films like 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, one of my most anticipated films of the year, the Killer Monkey movie Primate, End of Watch But Vampires, another Addams Family film, a Silent Hill movie from Christoph Gans, a new Sam Raimi movie, a Charlie XCX movie, and a movie directed by Markiplier. Those sound interesting, right? Will they be good? I don't know, I haven't seen them yet, but I definitely have an eye on them. I always look forward to January, not because it might be a great month for movies, but usually to see what gems and oddities are on offer. Like what you see here? Then please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can get more Watch This Space, but also other things such as my short films. Please remember to like and subscribe to the videos you just watched, and also, please check out The Orange Bin, my blog, where I have write-ups of my episodes here, which with links to sources I mention on the show. Also contains some of my old blog posts if you want to see what else I used to do back in the olden days. So please remember to check out my blog and like and subscribe to my YouTube channel.